Good morning. Good morning. Ooh, bit croaky there this morning. How are we doing, everybody? I'm Karen Del Maestro, your self-care coach, breast cancer and BRCA2 thriver. And welcome to day 21 of our 30 days of energy boosting tips for breast cancer survivors. And today I want to talk about something that we like to call in our family a PJ and stay day. Now, this may be a new concept to you, but I think by the time we get to the end of today's video, I think it's going to be something that you are going to be inviting into your family, in your home, or at least I hope so. So I'm wondering if there was a part of you, probably didn't tell anybody about this, I'm pretty sure, but was there a part of you during treatment that was grateful for those days of rest, that was grateful for the opportunity to just stay in your pajamas and stay in bed and just relax? Yeah, maybe. Let me know in the comments. You would not be alone, right? You would not be alone. And maybe this was because you were given an opportunity to step off what I call the hamster wheel of life. What is that, Karen? Right? Well, let me tell you a story, because my breast cancer was not the first time that I had to step off the hamster wheel of life, right? In fact, I was forced off it. We all were during COVID, by the way, right? You were during your breast cancer. We're forced to stop and reassess how we do things, because typically of some kind of trauma, pandemic, something like that. And the same thing happened to me in 2013 when I was in a massive car accident, leaving me with 5 herniated discs. I was a personal trainer at the time. I lost my job because I wasn't able to do it anymore. And I lost my house because I couldn't afford it anymore. A long-term relationship had just ended like a month or two prior to my car accident. Every single thing in my life changed due to that car accident. Everything, across the board. But I'm able to say right now that that car accident was the worst and best thing that ever happened to me. And this is what happens when we are forced to step off the hamster wheel of life. If, it's a big if here, right? And this is the crucial thing. If we don't just go and step back on it and start to do everything the way that we always have. Because when we are forced to step off that hamster wheel of life, I invite you to think of it as the universe giving you a sign. Hey, do you want to slow down a bit? Hey, do you want to do things differently? Hey, do you want to feel less stressed? Who doesn't? But here's the thing, is so often we're in such a rush to jump back onto that hamster wheel, right? Where you're just putting one foot in front of the other, not thinking about mindfully considering what you want in life, what you need in life, where you want to go. You're just doing. And more often than not, you're doing for others and not even yourself. And this has become your comfort zone, right? It was mine, for sure. And what I learned and what I've been practicing since 2013 is what I need to do to not step back onto that hamster wheel, to do life on my terms in a way that I would like to. Now, the road has not been straight, right? It's been very windy. There have been many additional traumas during that time for me. But throughout it all, it's been my ability to say, no, don't want to just do that. Don't want to feel that chaos again. Don't want to feel that stress again. Don't want to feel that level of exhaustion again. And so if we don't want to feel those things again, does it not make sense that something has to change? Yeah, it does. And so the reason I love a PJ and stay day is because that is you putting down your foot and saying, no, I'm going to take care of me. No, I need to slow down. No, I get to take care of myself and give myself this time and space to heal, to give myself what I need, and to do what I need to do for my health and well being. Now, you may be thinking right now, okay, and that sounds really selfish. And I'm here to tell you it's actually the opposite. It's the opposite. Because if you want to keep on that hamster wheel of life, sucking yourself dry, right? Drawing on the limited energy that we have after our treatment and just giving it to everybody else and not taking any of it for yourself, you're not doing yourself any favors. And what happens is we end up being bitter and angry and resentful at the people that we are helping out all the time, right? If you ever noticed that, right? If you ever felt like you're saying, oh, could you just give me 2 seconds for myself? That's your inner voice telling you exactly what you need to do. That inner voice is saying, hey, step off the hamster wheel, right? And a PJ and stay day allows us to do that. So what is it, right? Well, it's a day where you stay in your pajamas and you stay at home. So what happens is you put a day in your calendar. It can be a weekend, it can be a weekday, however you're able to swing it, right? And you just allot it as a PJ and stay day. And by the way, if you have kids, they love PJ and stay days, right? If you noticed on a Saturday morning, they're like, no, I don't want to put my clothes on. I just want to stay in my pajamas. Why is that? Because kids intuitively know that that's less stressful for them. It's easier. It's a chill day. They know that. We need to learn from them. So I think so often we don't do this because of perhaps some old stories that come up in our head, right? Maybe we were told as kids, get your pajamas on, don't be so lazy, right? I know I was told that. Maybe it was a sign of us being unmotivated, right? Or not productive at all. But there can be so many old stories. Think about what you were told as a kid if you were staying in your pajamas, or what your perception has been of people if they're just staying in their pajamas all day. Doesn't mean you're necessarily depressed, doesn't mean you're lazy. It means that you are choosing to have a day where you don't have to leave the house. And yes, this was something that so many of us experienced during COVID, as I said. And I've heard from so many clients that they actually enjoyed that part. They enjoyed taking the stress off. They enjoyed the ability to just stay home. So why not continue to give ourselves that opportunity? It can be on a day when you don't have to show up for work. Or maybe you take it as a mental health day when you're feeling like you're just so tired, or you're so stressed out and feeling so anxious. Okay, so let's talk for a minute what you would do on that day. Well, it's essentially whatever you would like to do, but I don't want you to misunderstand a PJ and stay day as necessarily a lazy day. Right? All it means is you're taking the pressure off yourself to not have to leave the house, to not have to be somewhere or do something. It becomes essentially a free day for you to practice self care, to do what you want to do and need to do. And if you have kids, then invite them to do the PJ and stay day with you too. Talk to them, say, what would they like to do? They'll have some fun ideas that may even be inspiring for you. Maybe it's that you're going to sit and finally read that book that you've had on your nightstand for 5 months already. Maybe you're going to start a jigsaw puzzle that somebody bought for you as a gift after your breast cancer and you haven't had a chance yet. Or those adult coloring books that have been sitting there, right? How many things do you have where you're saying, oh, I just wish I had the time? Wishing doesn't bring the time, but taking steps to do that, because that's what we want and what's important to us. And when we do that, when we practice those snippets of self-care, that, my friend, is when the game changes. That is when you're going to feel your energy start to recharge, right? So let's talk about it. What could it be, right? We talked about the jigsaw puzzles and the reading. It could be having those Epsom salt baths that you've heard me talk about, but you've never really had the time to do. Maybe you're going to do that. Maybe you're going to stay in bed and Netflix and chill for the day. Is that okay? Yeah, it is. I give you permission. No, we don't want to do this day after day after day, because then obviously there is a chance that we're going to fall into some kind of low mood. And we don't want that. That's not the point. But every now and then, this PJ and stay day is a really nice idea. Maybe I've done this where it's even been like an opportunity to take care of some paperwork that's been put on the back burner. And so it's actually ended up being an extremely productive day. Just I've been in my pajamas and not left the house. So it doesn't have to be a lazy day. It's a self-care day. It's a day when you're saying, you're kind of just hitting time out, saying, I'm going to step off this hamster wheel, recognizing that it's not serving you, recognizing that it's exhausting you, and saying, I need to recharge. What can I do? I hope that makes sense, right? And let me know in the comments if you are going to try a PJ and stay day, and what kind of things are you going to do when you are taking that time? Let me know. I can't wait to hear, because I'm always interested in new ideas for my next PJ and stay day. So let's recap, right? Today we talked about a PJ and stay day. How it isn't you being lazy or unmotivated or unproductive, or all these negative stories that we may have told ourselves about days where we just take the pressure off, right? Think about it as the ultimate self-care day. If you want to make a spa day, go ahead and do a spa day. Like I said, it's a day to take care of these things that maybe you've wanted to do and haven't had the time to do. Or it's a day to sit down and Netflix and chill and do nothing. You get to choose. That's the beauty of it, right? The key is to take the pressure off. The key is to say, hey, what do I need? What do I need? And to know that it's okay, and in fact necessary, to ask yourself those questions if you want to recharge your energy. We don't have a plug to plug into an outlet and just recharge like our phones. Boy, it would be easy if we had that, right? So the way that we recharge our energy is by self-care, right? By eating the right foods, by managing our stress, reducing our toxins, and practicing self-care like it's going out of style. That's why I love it so much, right? So again, let me know what you're going to try for your next PJ and stay day. And don't forget, we are going to be diving more into tons of self-care ideas and things that you can do to help reclaim your energy after breast cancer in my free masterclass coming up October 30th, 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. Come with your cup of tea or your cup of coffee. And yes, PJs are optional. If you want to make that your PJ and stay day, then go for it. No judgment here, right? I won't be in PJs, but I'll be comfortable, I promise you. So I'll make sure that the link to register is wherever you're watching this video. But I would love to see you there. We're going to be diving into some stuff that I am not talking about on this video series. So I really hope that you make the time for yourself. 90 minutes for you on a Saturday morning sounds like a great way to spend part of your PJ and stay day, if you ask me. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching today. My name is Karen, and you can find me over at karendelmaestro.com or in the Healthy Living After Breast Cancer Facebook community. And thank you for being here and watching. I will see you again tomorrow. Have an amazing, amazing day. Marley says hi too, by the way. We have a guest appearance today. You can't see her, but she's got a massive smile on her face right now. Okay, bye for now, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Have an amazing day.